are you more concerned about actually having to license the business itself and license your activity, or is it the amount of people that you're allowed to have in each house?
Two concerns.
Just, okay, so let me back up. So is it the license itself that you're, like, do you just not want to be licensed as a sober house? Do you feel that's like a violation of your rights? Just yes or, I mean, I've talked to you multiple times. We've had multiple conversations. Is that where we're getting to? Is you don't feel that the city should license your activity because your activity doesn't, you guys license yourselves sort of, or self kind of govern yourselves through MAR, NAR, whatever the...
So one answer is that I'm sort of here in two capacities. I'm here with Journey House.
Yep.
And I'm also here with MAR, the Maine Association of Recovery Residences.
Are you official representative of them?
No,
okay,
we're just a member.
So Journey House, right?
So Journey House. Journey House wants the license, but what we don't think is constitutional and what we don't support is saying that every sober house must go through this process of licensure, which Director Hansfield just said you can apply for accommodation and the city has to weigh your accommodation request regardless of whether it goes to this specific process. So either that's not true and this is the only way, or that is true and this legislation can't stand.
So I'm going to ask another question. So now, is it that, let's say that you want 10 in your accommodation, and our licensing only allows for 8 because that's our family definition here in Sanford, not changing due to this license. Are you fine being licensed, but not it licensing you only saying 8? You don't like the area where you have to come in for accommodations to 10, or is it just all together? Like no licensing, we should just do what MAR's giving us standards to do, follow their rules, and we don't need the city kind of overseeing anything?
Two things.
Okay.
Any family of 8 or fewer people who are sober should be able to rent a house just as easily as any family of people who drink beer at the end of the day. So no accommodation, no licensure should be needed for a family to rent a house just because they're sober.
So on that, you're withdrawing your nonprofit. You guys are going for a nonprofit status right now, correct?
I don't see how that's relevant.
Well, because you guys are a corporation. You guys are a business. At the end of the day, if we were talking about you, Rob, and your friends and your buddies all sober, want to live in a house, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You guys can all chip in. You can chip into the same jar, and you guys can pay the rent.
Well, basically, what you're doing is you're bringing those 8 people together.
That's like any other property manager in the city.
That's the business piece. You are, in fact, bringing them together. The company is bringing them together.